rust attack remedy for the presser bar, needle bar in the rust for must. The parts have been in there for about 45. I am removing them, and they're just going on some shop towels to get the moisture. Look at the dirt come off that one there. Can you see that? I think you can. Isn't that something else? So I'm gonna get these parts out here pretty quick, and I got 2 or 3 pieces of shop towel there laying on top of each other. Towel dry them with the shop towel, and then I'm gonna give them a nice warm hair dry with the hair dryer. And then after they get the hair drying treatment and they're dry and flash rust or rust is not a problem anymore, do whatever residual cleaning I still need to do. This is gonna get noisy. So that took up some of the moisture, and I'm just gonna flip it over, kind of pat it. I'll take that right off of there now, put some parts over there I can, because what I'm gonna do now, okay, now it's back to hair drying. Now I'm going to get these guys there. Excellent. This stuff is dry enough that flash rust is not an issue. And then we come back and clean these guys off with the towels. The stuff that was loosened up by the must for rust, now it has to be, all that dirt has to be cleaned off. And then I'll give it a light lubrication, and we'll move forward from there. In the next video or two, I'm going to be reassembling all this stuff inside of the machine. The 348. Now I have the 348 right here. The nose is at the other end. I've been working at the, the nose end since we started this job, and all the cleaning I did on this machine was done, pardon me reaching in front of you, all the cleaning I did, it was done from this end. It was because I was always at this end of the machine, photographing the faceplate and the presser bar and taking all that stuff apart. So all the cleaning I did was from a view from the front. Now I'm at the back by the hand wheel, and I can see all the places up here that never got done because I was working from the other end. And I'm sure you restorers know what I'm talking about. The back part of this movie is going to be me getting in here because it is still absolutely filthy, F-I-L-T-H-Y, because it's dirty. But it also gives me a new view. This is all the stuff that I couldn't see from that end. And now that I'm at this end, this is the part where I start to wipe them off, just wipe the grime off. And it'll also pick up any residual moisture. And look at the moisture that just came flying out of there. So, and that's the needle bar. So there's a whole lot of water gonna go in, oil gonna go in there right now. Let me get this other one. I don't think it'll be, no, it's not so full, but it is dirty on the outside. It's dirtier than the needle bar, and the dirt is coming off. That must for rust has loosened it right up. So I'm gonna sand this. The nice thing about when you start to restore your machines is you can always put them together and take them apart again, and then put them together again. So it was just wet. It's not particularly horrendously dirty. This has been, and I'm making sure that there's no excess moisture. The metal parts and float in the rust for must stuff. I have some sandpaper. This is 220 here, and I'm just going to cut a strip. And so I'm going to start with this right here, just to knock the mulch off it or whatever. This is, what did I say? This is 220. Yeah, this is 220. Yesterday I used 400 and 1500, but I'd also used the wire brush, which I'll use in a minute as well, now that I'm loosening up some of this stuff. And I'll gently just rough that up a little. And it's been cleaned. This is really clean. We should not have any hand wheel issues because of this. So that is good. I'm going to put that in there. Next one I want to get is, I want to get to work on this guy here. And this is the presser bar. So I do have my work cut out for me. And as you can see, I use my hands a lot. Okay, and this is the needle bar, so I wanted to throw some oil in there, and there's some oil in there. And you know, that's not a bad idea. Let's just give it some oil. Then we'll take a shop towel and we'll remove as much oil as we can. Because, you know, a correctly lubricated part, there should be extremely very small evidence of any oil ever having been. So there, that's had an oil treatment. And I mean, it's no big deal as long as they're dry and they don't rust and they're lubricated so they can work. You know, I mean, these things have survived for 50, 60, 70 years before I ever came along. These are dirt traps. There, I think I've just about done it for now. I'm gonna dry them off, wipe them down, and give them some oil. So I'm just gonna let them sit like that in the oil for, I don't know, this afternoon, a couple hours, 3 or 4 hours. Time to get cleaned up and get ready for another set of shots. I am really looking forward to getting into that end there and cleaning it up. It's a dark space in there. To review, up until now, there has been cleanings. After cleanings and oiling and achieving minimal lubrication, I inspected the parts closely. I gave final sanding and then wiped them clean. They are ready for installation, but I will stop here with the front end parts. The installation will be the next video in 2 or 3 days. For now, I will start cleaning inside the upright. Oil, shop towels, cotton swab, and cleaners will be going in there to get all that grunge or whatever off the vertical bars going up to the horizontal arm shaft. So that's what I'm going to work on next. I'm not going to spend half an hour showing you how I remove all that with cotton swabs and towels and all that, but I will be filming some of it so that if I need some for the next video, it'll be in there. So that's what I'm going to start on. I hope this video has been useful for you. I'd like you to have fun, stay safe, take care of yourselves. Thank you.